Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be tackling redoing my toddler son's room. So the decorations that are up have been up since we moved in when he was around like 18 months. And so he's just kind of outgrown them. So just want to do a little revamp and then also improve the safety in the closet, which I'll show you in just a minute. So let me turn the camera around so I can show you what we're currently working with. So when we first moved in, we had the crib kind of, I guess, catty corner, like it was like this in the corner. So I need to go ahead and take these guys off and spackle over those. And because it was in the corner like that, we had these little decals on both sides. They did not stick that well to the walls in general. I think the walls are a little bit textured. And I didn't do that great of a job of applying them. I don't know. But plan is to paint this back wall an accent color. Let me back up so you can see a little bit better. And then I'm gonna rehang this dinosaur height measurer so it's actually correct, like from the ground. And so that's the big thing. I've got some new decals to put up on the wall after it's painted. So I gotta get the curtains down. I gotta get everything taped and then do the paint. And then in the closet, before we moved in, I redid the closet. And let me back up so you can see better. I installed this Container Store like middle shelf pull-out drawer organizer. I don't recommend it. It's not very sturdy in general, but also I did not install it well. And so we're taking that down, and I bought a new insert to go in there. So I'm gonna put that in. And the last thing to mark this room done is when we had the floors put in, we never went back over this trim piece to paint it. So it's just like the original trim color, and then it's just gotten dirty. So I'm just gonna clean that up, and then that should be it. I also forgot to mention that I'm working on finishing up a side table that will go in here, and it has the same accent wallpaper that's in the closet, which you really like. So that will tie it all together. And the decals are like a mix of like airplanes, construction equipment, forget what else I got. I need to go grab them. So I'm gonna get started with just taping off everything, taking down the curtains, taking down the current decorations, and then covering everything up to get started with painting. So I'll take you along with us. As I'm getting into doing the prep work for this project, I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you to my channel and introduce myself. I am Angela, also known as Chefette of the Cchefetteandlittle name. I just got into more of the long form content, so I'm so excited that you clicked on this video, and I have lots of plans and content planned to come. This channel will mostly look like DIY furniture flipping, along with some room makeovers like this one, some organization, cleaning content, a little bit of mom life thrown in, and even possibly some budgeting content as well. So I would love it if you, if that interests you at all, I would love it if you would like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content to come. Thanks for being here. Okay, so the hard work of all the prep is done. I just put 2 paint colors on the wall. Ignored this one all the way on the right because I had not mixed it well enough. It's way lighter than the color actually is. So we have Indigo Batik, which is a Sherwin-Williams color on the left. And then on the right, it's a bear color. It's a bear paint. Windsor Haze. So it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe like an olive army green. So I'm gonna let these dry, and then I'm gonna go take a quick lunch break, and then when I come back, I'm gonna make the final decision. I originally got this paint for another project that I scrapped, so I have that paint to use. And then this, I pick up paint when I'm at Home Depot that's on like big discounts, so somebody tried to return that, and you can't they take it back, but they can't like resell it. So I think it was like $2 for the gallon. And I save it for DIY projects, and I also just liked the color. So I'm gonna let them dry so I can see what they'll look like, you know, when they're fully completed the drying process, because it looks very different when it goes on than it really does. And then I'm gonna make, oh, I just blocked the camera, sorry. I'm gonna make the final decision. I'm gonna hold up the decals that I have next to it, because I actually like the blue better than I thought I would. I was worried it would be too dark, but it's only gonna be this one wall, and it's very calming, but I also like the green. So I'm also gonna get my husband's opinion and see what he thinks. So I'm gonna let this dry, gonna go get a bite to eat, and I'll come back. So as you can tell, I ended up picking the Windsor Haze, which is a bear color. However, I just wanted to make another note of it. I know I commented on this earlier, but this paint was on the Oopsie rack at Home Depot. So when I looked up this color by Bear, the Windsor Haze is actually more of what I would describe as like an ocean blue rather than this green. So definitely why it was returned, because this is not technically that Windsor Haze color, so it's not really reproducible, unfortunately, but it did come out really nicely. So now we are moving on to tackling the closet. As I had mentioned earlier, the original closet organization that I had put together was just not stable. It was unsafe, it would fall down really easily. So we were really excited to get this new organization in there, which is much more stable and just a better fit for the space and for our needs. So, but that being said, you had to assemble it, which is everyone's least favorite part, right? Everyone hates assembling these pieces of furniture, particularly my husband, who's, you can see here helping me. This is definitely his least favorite. But what he was really helping me with on this project, he was doing a lot of the work too, but he was really helping on getting this closet insert to be more of a built-in in the closet. So he took a lot of the trim pieces off in the closet and really got it to look like it was really intentional, really built in, which was the look we were going for. Makes a big difference in the final piece, I think. And I ended up doing, I think, 2 coats of this Windsor Haze. I might have done 3. I can't quite remember. I did not prime first because our contractor, we'd hired a contractor prior to move in, had painted these walls this white, so I could kind of use that as the primer. And then here I am starting to assemble the decals, which is definitely my toddler's favorite part. Okay, so you're at end of day 2. So we've got all of the wall painted and the decals up, and the closet is pretty much complete. We just have finishing touches to do. So finishing painting of trim pieces. I'm gonna fill the nail holes in these quarter round, because that was just never done after the floors were installed, like back when we first moved in. So as I go through and update each room, I'm going to be doing that as part of the update. So I have some trim to paint, to touch up paint tomorrow. And then I'm also going to be painting the window panes. I bought this stuff that you like paint on the glass and then it peels off after you're done painting. So instead of having to tape all of your glass, which hopefully will save me time. And then we will be done just in the nick of time. Okay, so here we are. I ran out of time to finish up the bedside table, so that still needs to be done, finished up, and then I also ran out of time to touch up the trim on the bottom. So I need to fill those nail holes and touch up that paint at some point, but it's looking pretty good. Oh, I also still need to hang the growth chart. But you know, time is limited sometimes. Progress over perfection. I think I'm also gonna put the same, I have some leftover scraps of this wallpaper, so I think I'm gonna put it along the back of this. That was just some cosmetic damage, and that was why I got it so inexpensively off of Facebook Marketplace, but it does not interfere with like the integrity of the shelf system at all. And then these are toys that are not out in rotation, so I just sorted through and put some new ones out, put some old ones back, and my my son actually helped me with that, which always helps to get his buy-in. And kind of gives me a cue of like what toys I could actually just probably get rid of at this point if he's like just not that interested in them. And then I think I'm gonna hang the growth chart right behind the door here. So you will only see it when the door is open. I mean, when the door's closed. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Put that there. So I'm gonna try to get that done later this week. So I've run into my first problem. I'm gonna try to add some water to this. My husband did not seal this after he used it last time, so it is like a volcano. No, what am I talking about? Volcano. It's like earthy. So I'm gonna go add water to this and mix it up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can, you know, get it to work. Okay, so unfortunately the wood filler is definitely ruined. That is just not gonna work. I wanted to throw that stuff out, which is super annoying. I'm gonna have to talk to my husband about that. But anyway, I don't have time to run to the hardware store to get more right now, so I'm gonna focus on just getting the wallpaper up and hopefully getting the window trim done, and then I'm gonna get wood filler that is not dried out later today, and like tonight, and then hopefully I hope I can have like an hour stretch where I can get the wood filler put in and then 2 hours later paint. So like maybe I can get the wood filler in before church tomorrow morning and then paint as soon as we get home from church. I don't know. I hope I can get it done. I really wanted to get this project done this weekend. So they definitely threw a little snafu in my plans, but we will persevere to try to get as much as we can done. So first thing I'm gonna do is, let me grab the, so I can show you what this even is. Mask and peel, liquid masking tape and primer. You brush on glass and or trim, paint the trim, razor and peel off the mask and peel. So I'm gonna see if I need to shake it. Windows and French doors, yeah, okay. So shake or stir well, clean glass and trim, brush or spray very thick coat onto glass. Wait until it turns from white to clear and then dry. And then paint. Okay. And then score along the edge of your trim with a razor blade and use a scraping tool to get it off. So I'm gonna put this on first to give it time to dry and then work on the wallpaper. So hopefully this will be the best use of my time. My limited time. So the remainder of the project was definitely in these little short bursts of time like this. The original work we had done, my son actually had gone to stay with my in-laws for the weekend. So we had this kind of long stretch where he wasn't using the room, and so that's why we were able to get so much progress done. But then obviously he uses his room, so I would just had to work in these little short bursts of time where he was not using the room. Okay, I'm gonna try to take the camera a little bit closer up so you can see it does not smell great. It kind of stinks, and but it was really easy to apply. I was using a very cruddy old paintbrush that I've now thrown away. I was like saving it just to use it on this. So I'm gonna try, it says the product direction said to leave this on until it turns clear and then you're ready to paint. So I will see, I'm interested to see how long that takes. I probably sound like just a disembodied voice right now. While that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and get working on the wallpaper. So let me show a scrap here. The wallpaper in the closet insert. Okay, so just a closer up. This is the wallpaper. I love this wallpaper. I found it like going on 2.5 years ago on Amazon. I will try to link it below if it's still available. It's a peel and stick, but it was expensive. I get that it's really good quality. It's vinyl. It's actually made locally to me. I bought it on Amazon, but I found out later it's like made in North Carolina. But anyway, I kind of went with vibes from this for the theme of the whole room. I actually am still working on the bedside table, bedside table. It's gonna be in here, but this is on the drawer fronts. I Mod Podged it on. And then let me flip the camera around so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. The decals I chose for the wall are kind of like similar mindset, because I just didn't want to, I like that it doesn't like pigeonhole one kind of theme. Like it's not like just fire trucks or just dinosaurs, because my daughter has a lot of varied interests. And so I really like that this like really represented a lot of his interests, because he loves cars, he loves construction equipment, he loves dinosaurs, he loves airplanes. So this was perfect. And trains, there's trains on this too. But I didn't want to do a whole wall of this because it was so expensive. I just like, it probably would have cost, I'm not kidding, like, and I'll price it out and maybe drop a text in here how much it probably would have cost to put up a whole wall of this. But anyway, so that's why we went with the closet, because it's a much smaller surface area, but you can't see it, you know, you can't always see it that well. But my son loves it. He loves to like push the clothes aside and like look at it, and he points out like different things. So anyway, I am excited because then we'll be able to see even more of it here. And I hope I have enough to do that whole insert. I think I do. But anyway, I'm gonna get to it. Okay, so I did go back and price out the wallpaper, and I think it would have been right at $500 to do that whole wall with it, which is really, really good for custom wallpaper. But it was just more than we wanted to spend. We are a big budgeter. We're big budgeters. We do our room improvements and furniture flips on a definite budget. So it just wasn't in the cards for us, but I still highly recommend this wallpaper and the company overall. They have tons of versions of really cool custom wallpaper available on Amazon. So I will link this one below in the description box. Okay, so I got as far as I could on the wallpaper. Unfortunately, I do not have enough. They do sell this in samples, or they did, but like I mentioned, it's been a while since I got these, so, oh, I just hit the, fingers crossed I can get, I just need 4 more samples, so I hope I can buy a pack of those, and then finish this out. And yes, I know they don't line up because some of it was the original and some of it was samples. I'm really okay with that. It's going in a closet. It's really just like have the color and the decoration on the wall, and to cover up that that slight discrepancy, slight break. That was just what is it, for looks, whatever that's called. Anyway, so I'm gonna order those from Amazon today, this evening, and then hopefully get those up. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the stuff back in the closet. The windows are mostly dry, so I'm gonna get one coat of the white paint, trim paint on there. And I'm probably gonna have to call it a night because my husband texted me. He stopped to get wood filler because I told him that about the issue with the old one. So he and my kiddo are coming home, so I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. But fingers crossed I can finish the rest of this in the next couple of days, because I absolutely hate it when projects drag on, and the longer it gets out from like me starting it, the less likely it is to actually get done. So I need to kick into high gear here to get this done. Okay, I am back. This is day, I think technically 4 of working on this project, and hopefully it's my last day. I'm really hoping this will be the day to really wrap up all the finishing touches. So yesterday I applied wood filler to all the nail holes in the trim and any other, like, I guess kind of discrepancies I found while I was doing that. So today I'm gonna sand them, add some caulking to a couple parts of the trim that seem to need it, clean it, and then I'm gonna paint the trim and finish painting the windows and peel off the that film that was like the primer. So hopefully, oh, and the very last thing I need to do is hang up a little chart that goes on the wall for like measuring my toddler's heights. So I want to get that like lined up so that it's correct on the wall. And I think that will be it. In the closet, I haven't finished putting up the wallpaper because I had to order more, but if I get this finishing work, I'm calling this project done, and I will put up the wallpaper when it arrives. It will not take me long, and I can do that when my toddler's in the room. There's other stuff where I'm using tools like a razor blade is a little bit more challenging, so gotta use this time while I have it. I did not record putting on the wood filler because I didn't have time to get the tripod out and get recording because it was like, I had like a 40-minute window before church and I just wanted to knock it out. Also had worked out earlier, and I had not showered yet, so there was that too. But anyway, I'm gonna get to it and take you guys along with me for hopefully the last day, finishing touches on this project.
So I just wanted to say the jury's still out on this product. I do think it did a really good job of not getting paint on the actual glass of the window. Like it did that job very well, but it was much harder to get off than I realized it would be. The packaging does say the sooner you remove the product after applying, the easier, so that could have been it because this was a little bit kind of drawn out. But I'm going to use it one more time and see my final thoughts on it, but I will still link the product below because I think the idea is awesome. You know, saving time, not putting up a bunch of strips of painter's tape. Painter's tape is really ideal. So I'm still gonna give it another shot and see if it works. And then I'll make my final decision on it or not.
Okay, so I think this is the 5th day putting in some work to finish up my son's makeover, like big boy makeover of his room. So I will say it's been like 5 different days that I've been working on it, but none of them were all day. So I think if I had been able to do it all day, it probably would have been done in like 2 days, maybe 2.5, but such is life. So the only things left are I have to do one more coat of paint on these upper windows. I only did one coat and it's just too obvious. I was hoping to get away with it, but I'm just gonna, the mask and peel stuff is still up, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the last coat on that, and then I'm gonna finish putting up the wallpaper. It just came in, the wallpaper up in the closet. And then I hang the height chart and then take the mask and peel off. So don't have too much left. I don't think it will take me that much longer. I love this wallpaper. It is peel and stick. It's custom made. It's actually locally made, although I did buy it via Amazon. I did not realize it was locally made until after I purchased it. And I find peel and stick pretty easy to put up, but I know that some people find it difficult. So if there's interest in me doing a tutorial on like my best tips and tricks for peel and stick wallpaper, let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to do that in a later video. But I really want to power through and get this done today. It's just really nice to just be done with projects. I've got a way long list of projects waiting for me, so I need to get through with this one so I can move on to the next one. So, all right.
That's the night away. That's the night away. That's the night away. That's the night away. No matter what they say. That's the night away.